Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We've already used EZA TEQ Ultimate Gohan against Red Zone Zamasu. He made it look easy, but are we really surprised? This is probably just going to be more of the same. It's really just going to be more of the same. It honestly is. We're going to have so much time to stack, you know, we're going to get up to turn 10, if not past turn 10 easily. And Gohan is just going to have absolute free range to stack up as much as we want him to. Seeing him over a 1.1 million defense against Zamasu off of a couple stacks on turn 5 once we transformed him was crazy. So now we're in an event where it's much longer, we have free reign to do so, and Gohan can just stack until we're ready to use his active and transform him. He's going to be unstoppable. He is going to be unstoppable. One thing I hope we avoid as much as possible, especially with him being in slot 1, of course, is Omega's sealing and stunning, because then that just completely goes against us trying to stack him up. So hopefully we get quite lucky with that. We're actually starting with no super attack on turn 1. That actually makes a change. Of course, can't dodge here, but I mean, that doesn't affect Gohan. I don't have any dodge on him. So we should be pretty much completely fine. And with Omega being fairly weaker than Zamasu, he should pretty much be fine after turn 1 in terms of tanking, even when it comes to the AoEs. So as I said, Ultimate Gohan here is pretty much going to be unstoppable. Like, I genuinely believe like he's going to be completely unstoppable. Like, he's only 2 stacks in and we've only just started. He has that and guard, and he's going to be stacking the entire time. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll just kind of have fun with this video. We'll just kind of have some fun with it. But that 30% damage reduction in the beginning, combined with the guard, as I said, is one of the best additions to his kit, aside from the fact they give him Ki +3 in base and when he's transformed. I think that's a massive addition. You know, giving him the Ki was, I think, a necessity, just because, as I said, literally since release, he's never really had a good linking partner and he always needed Ki. Now that's an issue that just doesn't exist anymore really at all. Fix that. You know, with him aging, you know, he's almost a 4-year-old unit. Can we deep that? He's almost 4 years old. And now giving him 30% damage reduction for the first turn, only the first turn upon entry, which is fine, but giving him that for a unit that pretty much relies on stacking and sheer stats helps him out so much. Especially in that first turn before he's begin to stack combined with his guard, because it means he's protected for that one turn. I mean, we're on 352k defense right now. There's 2 attacks in slot 1 again. Hopefully there's no super attack there, because then if he gets super attacked, I mean, he'll probably tank it fine. It's just he'll be stunned or sealed. Okay, no, cool. And of course, the normals are doing absolutely nothing. 300k defense and guard. We've also got the extra defense for him being hit. Double stack again. Can we get the triple? Maybe? Please? Please? No? Of course. Can never seem to get that second additional no matter what we do. Dokkan knows. Like, they just don't want to give it to me. They just don't want to see us win. I mean, we're gonna win, but they just, you know, they don't want to see Gohan go too crazy. They know his EZA is crazy, but they don't want to see us get too crazy with him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, this should be easy for him. I can't wait to see the final stage of the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone. I can't wait to see the type of numbers he's putting out. What kind of, you know, gimmicks they have. It's bound to be like Buuhan or Kid Buu. But I can't wait to see what gimmicks they have and, you know, how strong it's going to be. You know, I'm actually going to use an item purely for that Fizz Ultimate Gohan, and just in case Goku doesn't dodge, because we can't get... Actually, can we get the orbs with him if I do this? Can we? No, I actually made it worse. I mean, that's why I used an item. Not that Gohan's gonna need it. But I'm really intrigued to see what the final enemy does and like where we scale up to in terms of like damage and how difficult it's gonna be. I think regardless, no matter what happens, I think Tech Ultimate Gohan is pretty much just gonna... He's gonna be chilling. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna be chilling. You know, maybe early on he might be a little bit susceptible to some damage, but I mean, that always happens with a unit that stacks or has a passive to build up. Early on is always going to be their most weakest, their most vulnerable. It just happens. But again, that's when that 30% damage reduction on entry kicks in. You know, as I said, he just stacks up ridiculously fast. So even then, he's already like kind of kicking off with damage. His defense is kind of enough, coupled with guard. He just stacks up quick enough. Like, he stacks up so quick with those built-in additionals. I mean, we'll see. We will see. And then not to mention as well, because it's going to be one enemy, even though it's an either or condition, and it's a Majin Buu Saga enemy, he's going to have guaranteed crit, which means no matter what, he's going to be doing damage. But the thing I'm most intrigued to see is the format. Like, is it going to be super short again like Zamasu? Is AoE going to be a huge factor again? You know, is it going to be really long this time? Is it going to be like similar to Shadow Dragon event, but much more difficult? You know, what's the format going to be? We'll just have to wait and see. But where are we up to in terms of stats? 528k defense. Not that, again, that it really matters, because... I mean, we have a Whis active along with his guard, so 500k defense and the damage reduction from the Whis and the guard. No matter what, we're not taking damage here. But no matter what the format is, I mean, this isn't going to do anything. It's just not going to do anything. 54k. Light. 10 mil damage. Like that. It's a little bit less than what it was in the Red Zone Zamasu video, but that's literally because we don't have him linked up with the Fizz Ultimate Gohan. We're missing a couple links, and we probably have a little bit more defense as well with the Fizz Ultimate Gohan. This is another reason why I'm really torn, like really torn, between what I would want for a Part 2 LR. Like, I know there's other possibilities as well, but I'm torn between two, LR Kid Buu and LR Z Ultimate Gohan. I'm really torn between which one I want more. Like, we've been begging for an LR Kid Buu for years, so it'd be nice to finally get one. But because we haven't had one in so long, I'm kind of not mad if we don't get one now. I mean, now's kind of the perfect opportunity to do it. But again, I wouldn't really be mad just because we haven't had one for so long. Damn, these two are popping off. How many times do you want a super attack? But then it's like, it will tie that Majin Power team, the Majin Buu Saga when it comes to the Buu Extreme units together. Like, it would tie them together so well. I think it'll be a massive missed opportunity to not do Kid Buu now, and a missed opportunity to have a flat 200% lead Majin Power team. Especially with how good Fat Buu is, how good EZA Buuhan is. LR Super Buu's had a revival because of this. Exchange Buu's one of the best EZAs in the game. Literally was one of the best EZA TURs until Ultimate Gohan came out. It would tie the team together so well. Then if they kind of chucked in, because nothing's been put out, a Super EZA for that Fizz Kid Buu as well, that'd be insane. But then now we see how good Tech Ultimate Gohan is, and then it's like if they gave us a flat-out LRZ Ultimate Gohan, which we don't actually have, surprisingly enough. I've wanted one for years, though. I'm sure a lot of you have. Then if we got one of them, if we got him, then we could also, you know, we could have a fantastic linking partner to go next to him. And hopefully he would be insane as well. And then them two would probably be one of the strongest rotations in the entire game, no doubt. So I'm really torn between what I want. I think LR Kid Buu makes the most sense. I feel like it's the better option. I can't lie. I don't think you can lie either. I think an LR Ultimate Gohan, an LRZ Ultimate Gohan to be exact, would be the cherry on top, especially with how good EZA TEQ Ultimate Gohan is, even though he's less needed than an LR Kid Buu. But it would be sick, though. It would be sick. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's not going to be either of them. Maybe it's going to be an LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I mean, he needs an LR. But I think it has to be one of them two. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm really intrigued to see who the LR ends up being. But then if it ends up being neither of them, I'm less likely to summon, so that actually works out well for me. I've already spent the few stones. I mean, we've recouped a lot. I want to save for the Annie, so I mean, if it's neither of them, it actually works out better for me, because then I can save my stones, and my stones are safe. We'll see. We'll see. Back to Tech Ultimate Gohan, though. As I said, he's literally chilling. He's literally chilling right now. I mean, the next phase is Int, so he's going to have type disadvantage, but he's had time to stack. He's had time to stack, do what he needs to do, and again, all importantly, while having guard active. So even though there's going to be type disadvantage, even though there's going to be a ton of AoEs, he's prepared for them. I think I'm going to... we might need to use an item. I'm going to pop this just because I want Super Vegito up, but we might need to use an item. Oh, yeah, we might definitely need to use an item. Because I see a super attack in slot 1, not just the AoE. And I'm not sure which attack is the first one. It might be the super, so we might have actually disabled that, but... I'm just going to hope it's not the AoE. Because I really don't want to use an item. It's such a waste. I mean, Gohan is at 800k defense right now. Like, why not give him an extra turn to stack up once more? Is it the super? Yes, the super attack, isn't it? So all we have to worry about... Oh, no, super attack's still there. Okay, fine. This should be nothing, right? 138k, that's light. We should be fine with this, right? Whoa! I mean, we're alive, so I technically wasn't wrong. We missed out on the stack as well. We missed out on the stack. That's really annoying. Do you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and we're going to do it because I'm going to force it. Because then we can recoup some HP. Kill me! Oh no, he's super attacking us. Whatever will we do? It's not like I didn't know this. That's another thing with Vegito Scouter. You can set it up with the finish skills. Especially revival finish skills. Can you be like, oh, I could die here. If I get super attacked, we can guarantee our revival. Let me shimmy him in slot 1. Do you know what I mean? We might as well pop it. I did actually want him to get up to a little bit more, but we're going to have well over 1 million defense anyway. Yeah, 1.16 again. And then let's not forget, we're going to be raising our attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. So that's going to go up. And again, we have guaranteed guards. So those group attacks are going to do niche. Absolute niche. I mean, the rest of them should be fine, right? Yeah, look, double digits. Double digits. You're going to take a bit. You're going to dodge. Perfect. Super attack him. Super attack him. I want to see how much he tanks. I mean, you can super attack him after, but I can't wait to see what he super attacks now. But yeah, we're going to have well over like 1.2 million defense right now with guaranteed guard. So that type advantage literally means, or type disadvantage, sorry, literally means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because fight you? No. I'm going to kill you. That's literally what's happening right now. This isn't a fight. You're getting swept. Swept. That's even more defense. 1.3, 1.4 mil. I don't know. I don't know the exact calculations, but it's more than what he had, okay? With guaranteed guard. Super attack him! I tell you! You got no balls. You need to use the balls in your chest, mate. I really want to see how much he took, because it literally would have been nothing. Honestly, having Tech Ultimate Gohan back in the game as like one of the best units is honestly, it's amazing. It's so funny as well because yes, he aged naturally that's what units do, but he was so good that it took him so long to fall out as one of the best units in the game. Because he was that good. He is just generally one of the best aging units we've ever had. Do you know what? We may die here, but I mean, it just... Actually, is there no, there is a super attack. We actually may die here, but I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. Gohan's done what he's needed to do. But honestly, like, it's crazy because, again, I said this when his EZA dropped. They never really had... Yeah, we're probably going to die. They never really had to do too much to him. And it could have easily been an EZA, LRK, and Cleaver situation where they actually barely changed anything, but essentially just... Oh yeah, I forgot about the dodge. But they, you know, they barely changed anything, but they updated them enough to where even though they didn't change too much, they were just updated for the current meta, and they still worked fine. Not only did they update Gohan, but they also fixed the minor issues that he had. I mean, I say minor, Ki was a big one for him. But again, that 30% starter turn or entry turn damage reduction is massive for a unit that relies on stacking, where he has to rely on sheer stats. Yes, he has guard, but if you don't have some defense to go with it, it's not going to do a whole lot. So not only did they update him and done a Kaelin Caulifla where he didn't really need too much done, they also fixed the very minor issues he had, considering how good of an aging unit he's been for, as I said, almost 4 years, which is insane. But having him back in Dokkan this good, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how good he is. As I said, EZA or TEQ Ultimate Gohan is back. The King of Dokkan is back. One of the best units we've ever seen in Dokkan is back without a question. And he is the best EZA TUR in the game. And he's probably going to be the best EZA TUR in the game for a hot minute. And I'm really curious to see how long it takes this man to age. Once again, we're on 1.7 million defense and we have guaranteed guard. Let's not even gloss over how much attack we have. 4.3 mil. We still have a turn or two of him raising his defense, attacking defense by 3 turns as well. If we had an extra few turns to go into Zamasu, we literally wouldn't even need guard to tank Zamasu's super attack. We would tank it for very little without guard with just Gohan's sheer stats. So a Mega isn't going to touch him. I mean, we may die because of the AoE, but again, Gohan's done enough. But he's literally untouchable. Because we have so much time to stack in the Shadow Dragon event, he's literally untouchable right now. He doesn't even need his guard, which is the wild thing. This isn't going to do anything. Your dive advantage means nothing. What does this do? 101 damage. While doing a 15.2 million attack stat. Which, guess what? We'll have a crit. Because we're facing one enemy. I know, I forgot we don't have it. But there's the additional. There's even more attack and defense for the turn. Honestly, he is basically the kryptonite to every difficult enemy in the whole game. Which is why I'm really curious, really intrigued to see what the final stage in the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone is going to be. Whether it's going to be really short like Zamasu or a little bit on the longer side. Either way, TEQ Ultimate Gohan can counter it. Even if it's short, we saw it against Zamasu. He can stack quickly. He can stack quickly and do some good damage. And also, it's going to be a Majin Buu Saga enemy, which means he's going to guaranteed crit. So no matter what, he's going to be putting out some good numbers. If it's on the longer side, you're giving this man time to cook, which he doesn't really need. It's like a bolognese. The longer you cook it, the better it's going to taste. That is what he is. You give him time to cook like he did there, he'll have 1.7 million defense with guard. Bear in mind, it would have gone a little bit higher because we had one more turn of that. So whatever they decide to do, Gohan is going to counter it, which is dumb. No matter what happens, this man is going to be the kryptonite to whatever that final enemy is going to be. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm loving having him back in the game as good as he is. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.